Nice. Tell me when you're ready. Yo, dame un segundo, por favor, mi gente. Gracias.
Oh, where's that microphone? Danny, microphone.
I'm going to interview with it.
Sleep on the table.
I'm going to interview with it. Oh, son, anybody who's scared here, I'm going to be over there. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, here we go. You don't want me to turn this on, right? No, you don't have to turn it on. Beautiful. All right, man. Oh, beautiful. All right, we're on in 3, 2. Yo, it's your man Jay Blaze, 88.3. In God we trust. Excited. I'm just estoy loco ahora mismo. I'm at the Kingdom Choice Awards, and I'm just being, God is just meeting me up with different people who have a passion for God, but have a particular gift that God has blessed them with. And right now I got my man Robin for ING Apparel. And let me get this straight for all people out there first. The same press-on hot shirt that some graphic designer designed for your homeboy. This is a real designer. This is a creative dude. God has really blessed me. It's exciting, man. I came to New York. One of the few people I got to meet and speak. We were in Harlem. I don't even know where that's at, but I went. I was there eating, and it was nice. We saw, shout out to Danny Pacheco. But I'm here with my man Robin live at, Kingdom Choice, repping the, One Life, One Soul. Mike, I'm about to just give you this special edition right now, okay? You got to cop with me, all right? Go check out the website, Twitter it, all that craziness later. Robin, ¿cómo estás? How you doing, man? Nice to see you, man.
Very good, man. God has been good to us, sir.
Amazing, man, what God, he's a quiet dude, but his gift speaks volumes. And I thank God that it's not your gift that speaks, it's your heart. With the time that I've gotten to see you, see what your heart is about, seeing the struggles, because we can be believers and just talk about all the nice Christian Bible verse things that we all want to speak about. But when I'm going to straight hell, going to struggling, and that's when you see the character, what fiber we're made of. But really just what God has called you to do, which is apparel and just on a global scale. Give me a background for nobody who's ever heard of One Life, One Soul, your vision, what God has given you, what exactly you do, and just give me the distinctive differences so people don't see you as, I want them to be clear and see a definition of the talent and gift God has given you. Can you break me down on that?
Well, you know what? We actually we got reversed back into doing T-shirts, so we got to give a shout out to all the T-shirt makers. If that's where you're at, man, we love you. We love your passion. I've worked those trade shows. I swallowed that dirt. You know what I mean? I paid that price. And anyone that's there, man, we just want to raise those guys up, because those guys are in the trenches. In the trenches.
That's how I know right there.
Yeah, so I want to start with just raising those guys up. God's been awesome in aligning me with some really, really, really rock solid relationships. My partner is and has been the driving factor in secular hip hop for the last 15, almost 20 years, now 18 years. So my alignment with him was divine, and after a car accident, God, really just pressed into me and said, "I want you to design for me." And I said, "Whoa, hold on a second. Wait a second. You got me standing on the sideline, with names like, all the big names, I don't want to name drop here. The biggest name is God.
Amen.
I realize that. Jesus Christ is the biggest name, but these people that have been propped up and have been idols, not stars, but idols to our children, were all the people that I was tied to. Things were really changing with I getting a little older and looking for the next one to carry the torch. So it was real special, the alignment and what he was looking for me to do with his company and the creativity. We released ING used to have a dash before the J, and I put bathing suits on freeze, man. I did a whole bathing suit line with just snowflakes and just crystallized it. So I was down in Brazil and I just sitting there and I just was frozen. People were just like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? Where'd you get that?" And so after that release and a few fashion shows and a car accident and God just leaning in on me, I went to God and said, God spoke to me. That's a tough conversation. Somebody who's not a believer. guy spoke to me and told me that he doesn't want me to design for you and with you anymore, and that I'm going to design for Christians. That was tough, but it was well received.
Amen.
So that's how I know. I saw his heart, and instead of him turning from me, he said, you know what, I support you. Run with it. You've got all the talent in the world. And we were obviously partners on paper, but we split. And I don't design sector. I mean, I see the top and the top stuff. I mean, I'm standing next to their stylists are coming for shots. And, I mean, I won't even make a correction. I won't even make a suggestion. So it's down that. I'm not going through a windshield.
How I know, God, it's amazing because I've gotten to know a little bit about your testimony, what God did with you. And one of the coolest things I did remember from our conversations, beyond just the microphone and the radio and all this other craziness, is that you were radical with the world.
Yeah.
And when God switched you,
yeah.
you totally went radical for being a believer and trying to help people with their branding. One life, one soul. This is the reason why we met. I think God had a purpose behind it. I got to see a video about this spectacular jacket, not just the material aspect of the jacket, but the significance and the ministry behind it. One life, one soul. You see the little logo right there? Okay, you see, if you can't get the black edition, here's the color. You know what I'm saying, on the microphone.
If you look at the microphone down to the detail, it's even the color of fruit. We got fruit colors, we got a little lime in there, little oranges, a couple of lemons.
So give me, Robin, a breakdown on One Life, One Soul, man, and just the ministry. I've been wanting to hear. I thank God for this day. We got a privilege to just give people another portal, another option, another thing where they can connect to. Give me the history behind this jacket you're wearing right now. If people don't know first, before we even go into that, all the stuff that, you know, Richie Roger was wearing, this is Robin's team, got together with a few guys, and they really came with a vision, a strategic vision to really impart, you know, God, represent God, but at the same token, just a brand essence that's different, a presence, and that's exciting for me. You have no clue how big I am on that, and just to hear you take it where you can take my brand to another level, it excites me even more. So I know God has a purpose, and if I'm going to get to where I need to get, especially in media, because I'm not worried about a website, I'm worried about, you know, impacting a nation. And that's where my head is at, that's where my vision is at. But give me some history behind One Life, One Soul.
You know, One Life, One Soul became, you know, how do you give back to God? How do you give back to God? I mean, we give Him 10%, we tithe, but with the company, how do you tithe? It's never been addressed in the Bible. I didn't say, well, you know, but, you know, back then they had different forms of income or revenue streams or business models, and they would bring their best, you know, sheep, their best goat, and I don't own sheep or goats, so, you know what I mean, it's hard to show up like that. So, but this was our first